never forget them. Or you'll always hear them if they need to say something to you, inside your heart. Once my eyes didn't let me open. I'm like, it kept on changing. I'm like, let them open, like a movie. But you can't stop it unless you wake up. Once when I was sleeping, I felt like I was flying in the air. I felt like I was a wave.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the nickstream. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am the anchor baby, the host of the nickstream. And so I'm thankful, everybody. Thanks. Welcome. It's another Friday. I'm on time. The stream does work. And we got a little slide action. A little slide. I just got this thing today. Just a little slide action, so little amateur slide stuff. You guys can hear the guitar? Hey, what's up, Richard? You new listener? What's up, Christian, Lady C, Lendy, Payson? What's up, everybody? Show, Soapy, JS, Urban Adventure. What's up, man? You're welcome. Thanks for listening on your drive home. 𝒏𝒊𝒂𝒎. I think we got new people. 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒐. What's up? Hey, everybody. Hey, what's up, Noah's Arkansas? What's up, everybody? Did you guys hear that little slide guitar action? We're just having a little fun on this Friday. I see y'all. You're starting to roll in, so you might have missed it. Just messing around here. I just got this slide today, and having a good time. What's up, Adriana? Stephen Will. Welcome. It is the nickstream. It is yet again, and yet another. What's up, Hake? Just a Hake going to the studio. He's got something coming up at 5, so don't miss that. But as I was saying, Nick is playing slide guitar with a Pepsi can. No, but funny. So, like I said, welcome to another Nick at Night edition of the nickstream. I got an actual show for all of you today. I have an actual show, like for real, like an actual show for once. So, make sure you got your thinking caps on straight. You got your ears listening, watching. You got your thinking cap on. Make sure you get whatever you can, whatever you got to do to be up and ready for. I like I said, I have an actual show, so. Perk up, wake up, do drugs, caffeine. I'm just joking. Anything to keep you attentive and watching the nickstream. So make sure you don't do anything like any downers, uppers only. So meth. I'm joking around. Let me put this away. So like I said, make sure only up. Of course, I'm playing around. Don't be doing drugs. That was a joke. So anyways, like I said, let's get it going here. We got a lot going on today in the world and everywhere. And there's plenty to do. So much so that I have an actual show. So Nick, when did your show become intellectual where you have to think? I know it pretty much just happened. It's been just not that until right now. But hey, what's up, Richie? Thanks for joining. Ankle or anchor? It's anchor baby or ankle baby. Up to you. So, like I said, what's up, Sleuth Intuition? I keep saying new names. Hey, what's up? So, how many times can I say so and start the show? Well, I'll keep going. But like I said, a lot going on. Is it the purge? Are we living in the purge? I feel like it's every day, bro. It's the purge every day. And we got false flags happening, right? All sorts of false flags. We got like gay flags, trans flags, pansexual flags. Those are all false, very false, and not real flags. They don't. They're pointing to a non-reality. So false flags abound, right? Crazy stuff, crazy country, crazy stuff, crazy world. Yes, but yeah, false flags, right? But besides that, a bunch of other stuff too, right? So, very crazy stuff. What's up, Richard? Yes, Anka baby's fine too. And all of you out there listening at home, stuck in traffic or otherwise, welcome. So, I want to get into this right away. Let me see here. How should I do this? I want to get into this here before, just to mention it, just to talk about any new stuff that you may not have seen. I know you guys have all been paying attention. It's hard not to the shootings that have happened. shootings and all sorts of stuff. Crazy stuff, right? Back to back almost shootings. I felt like it was just another one before this Texas one, right? Anyway, so we're going to go through the timeline a little bit, since that's Texas police have released a timeline. Been a lot of hoopla about the police response to the shooting and whether it was right or not and everything. Got a few comments about that. And some new stuff coming out just today about facts about the Salvador Ramos, the shooter in the Uvalde, Texas shooting at Robb Elementary. And other things as well, concerning shootings and, a couple things here. So, I think I have someone interesting in the chat here. World Economic Forum Police Force Captain? Is that really you? The WEF Police Force Captain is in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining in the Nick stream. I just want to say right away, I love the World Economic Forum. I love Klaus Schwab. I don't want to own anything. Okay, so I just want to say right away, I see you in the chat. Love you. Okay, I love bugs. I love eating insects. Okay, I will give up meat, anything. Okay, just please don't ban me from YouTube for being racist. But anyways, we're going to get into a little World Economic Forum stuff. So World Economic Forum Police Force Captain, make sure you stick around. I got some stuff I want you to comment on. All right. But yes, what's up, Based America First? Thanks. Welcome. Yeah, you're right about that. Didn't we have back-to-back last time too? It was like El Paso shooting at Walmart and then the Milwaukee one. Nice. Well, we'll get into that, but let me just get into this right away, because crazy stuff going on with all that shooting business. But I was saying, this is something I was saying on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. We were talking about this shooting. I made this comment, right? And I wanted to elaborate what I meant, because I had said, what I said was basically, what was it? I said basically in response to the shooting that this shooter was, his name was Salvador Ramos, now deceased. Right at the beginning of this, it was like Uvalde, Texas, pretty, in Texas border. I'd be lying if I didn't say a part of me was like, I wonder if it was like an illegal alien, right? Illegal alien mass shooter, illegal alien school mass shooter. But then I said, and this is what I said on the show, I realized that there's no way, because what we saw, at least in the news, was a particularly, I think I said American, but I think I just meant Western, like a Western sickness going on. And this sickness is not really just Western, it really is the whole world. It's evil. But there is something particularly interesting happening to the youth in the West and America. And we are in America, so we'll focus on that. Really, really interesting if you really pay attention. And everyone's ignoring what's the real cause, what's really going on, what's the real cause of it all. It's always deflect and go to false solutions. So, like I said, it is weird stuff. So we're going to get into the timeline here from the Texas police. They released, like I said, there was a lot of noise about the police response. Apparently they were outside, just, they were armed. They were stopping parents who were hysterical. They wanted to go in. They're yelling. There's videos of this. The parents yelling at these cops telling them, go in, do something about it. And they don't. And so the police try and hold back the parents who try and do something themselves. But yes, like I was saying, there's a particularly interesting sickness. The sickness is evil and is worldwide, but the flavor, the American flavor, is interesting. That dude grew up in a fatherless home. Yeah. Alpha version says. And if you're talking about Salvador Ramos, yeah, he, like many of these shooters and really anyone really committing violent crimes and other things, violent crimes to themselves, being a drug addict, not like a violent crime to the temple, if you will. Anyways, so you got all that happening. And I was saying about this culture, this American sickness. It's very interesting because it is this isolated, like depressed, angry, yet spoiled and you know, anything you want society where you can click and get what you want. This modern society, we're all drugged up and we're all drugged up and removed from reality, and we're kind of all perverted in the sense that we like the violence, we like the sex, you see what I'm saying? Now I know there's a lot of us, if you will, turning away from such things, but that's the world we live in. So let me get through this real quick before I get into some other stuff I want to get into, because I'm sure you've heard, it's been harping on this shooting stuff. So I'm sure you've heard a lot of these details I'm saying. You might have not have seen this timeline though, so you might find this interesting. So we'll go through this real quick here. What's up, Eric Bullock? Lord Spike Protein, man, thanks. Hey, right on, man. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks. Appreciate your work at Bond and your show. Appreciate that, Lord Spike Protein, supporting the show. What's up, Blark, Ivana Spencer, Mo, JP Harrell, hey, Payson. So many new names. What's going on here? It's like everyone's just joining now. Anyways, for all of you just joining in, I just wanted to go through this little timeline here with the police in Texas about that shooting before I move on, because I know we've been talking about this a lot already. Kind of interesting. No, look at this. 11:27. Exterior door where the shooter entered is propped open by a teacher. Like, again, all of these, this is what's been released, so elaborations and explanations are definitely needed for a lot of these. So apparently suspect vehicle crashes into ditch near school. So that was also another rumor that this Salvador Ramos crashed his vehicle either near or around the school. So I believe Texas police are confirming this. 11:28, teacher runs to room 132 to retrieve a phone and runs back to the door. The door is left open. Now, they're not clear. I imagine this teacher's running a call assistance for this vehicle that just crashed at around the same time. Two men at a funeral home hearing the crash move towards the scene. They see a man exit the passenger side of the car with a gun and backpack. They start running back, after which the shooter fires at them but misses. Wow. 11:29, teacher panics and goes back into the school, apparently to call 911. Hey, no way, Black, is that true? I was being hid by YouTube. 11:30, call to 911, reporting a crash and a man with a gun. Upon hearing the report, the school resource officer immediately races towards the school. Now, we were told that police were immediately responded. We were told a lot of stuff. And now it's coming out that it's not so true. It really puts into question like everything. You know, it's like this guy angry, coming in to do this, this horrible thing to these children. But now the stuff that's coming out, it's got people talking. It's just interesting. Okay, a lot of shady stuff. 11:31, suspect reaches the last row of vehicles in the school parking lot. Hiding behind a vehicle, he fires at the building. The school resource officer drives past the suspect and goes to the back of the school, approaching someone he believes is the suspect, but is actually the teacher. More shots are fired toward the school. It's 11:32 now. Basically, at 11:33 now, the suspect is in the school. He's shooting in rooms 111, 112. More than 100 rounds are fired. Another interesting point. There was reports that when officers engaged, or at some point officers engaged Salvador Ramos, and at some point either before or during this engagement, this Ramos dropped apparently a bag full of ammunition. I was left thinking, I wonder how many rounds this guy shot. So apparently 100 rounds are fired at 11:33. 100 rounds. Like, think about that. That's one trigger, one pull. If this is the rifles, if we're to believe the rifles we were shown, Anyway, so moving on here, let's go through this. The first three officers went directly to the classroom door. Okay, sorry. back up. 3 police officers entered the school using the same exterior door that was used by the suspect. They were shortly thereafter followed by 4 other officers. Total of 7. Okay, 3 other officers. They go through this to the classroom door, which was locked, after which the suspect fires, 2 of the officers receiving grazing wounds. Okay, so gunfire. This started at 11:30. It's already 12 now. Officers continue to arrive. There are now as many as 19 officers inside the hallway. A woman calls 911 and whispered that she's in the room, 1112. The call lasts a minute, 20 seconds. The same woman calls 911 again, saying there are multiple dead. The woman, this is now 12:13. This woman called at 12:03. 12:13, this woman called 911 again. Members of the Border Patrol unit, tactical unit arrive with shields. Woman calls 911 a 4th time, saying 8 to 9 students are alive. Girl in room 111 calls 911 but hangs up. Anyway, so the suspect is shooting people during this time. We get to 12:36, 911 call lasting 21 seconds from a girl who had called before. The dispatcher tells her to stay on the line and be very quiet. The girl says the suspect fired at the door. The same girl calls 911 asking to please send police down. It's 12:46 now. She says she can hear the police. 12:50, officers breach the door using keys from the janitor because both doors are locked. The suspect is shot and killed. Okay. Had to go through that real quick. A lot of emotions are high about this. Everyone wants an answer. Everyone wants to blame somebody. And it's definitely very concerning that this timeline is to believe, and the other details that are yet to be confirmed. If all of this is true, it's definitely concerning. But I mean, it's definitely concerning. You know, But I wonder if we've lost the plot on what everybody's supposed to do, what police means, what all these things mean, and I truly believe that this might be kind of cringe. Maybe I'm repeating something that's kind of cringe, but hopefully you understand that what I mean by this, and that I believe that adage of like a good, what is it? It's like, anyway, the way to stop a bad guy with the gun is a good guy with the gun. So those cops should have gone in, right? Those people, men should have dealt with that guy. So it's definitely concerning, but I wonder how many people are just going with emotions and running along with it, and just, angry. It's like the Black Lives Matter stuff. When these police body cam footage stuff would come out, people would be quick to judge and say this or that about police, and they don't know the job. They don't know this or that. They don't know what orders they were given. So little details here and there. It is concerning. So, and we have a cowardly society. Think about that. What's up, JS Urban Adventures? Thanks for the super chat. He says, nickstream killing the game. Thank you so much. But like I was saying, we have a coward society. We don't have this courageous, manly society. So I mean, what are you expecting? Expecting they should have done something, sure, but expecting this thing, this is more of the, well, let's wait for someone else to do it. Let's wait for the police. Let's wait for this or that. Even before this shooting in the school, even before any of these shootings, crime happens, things happen, and I don't think it was normal to just wait for police or wait for somebody else to deal with something. Of course, I'm making blanket statements here. There are details and stuff going on here that I haven't addressed, but generally, you follow me? It's like this whole wait for a good guy with a gun, be the good guy with the gun. But anyways, we need men. But on this whole courageous society, think about what's been going on with military, law enforcement, everything. There's been a gutting of law enforcement and of military, a purposeful gutting of them. Get out think about this. Remember the vaccine stuff? Forced vaccines. There were police officers being fired, or at least threatened. You've heard about this, remember? If you don't get vaccinated, we're going to fire you. That was part of that. It was part of this culling, this purging of law enforcement. Because who's not getting vaccinated? Trump supporters, at least by and large. Who is? Real easy way to start purging. And this purge is happening in the military. There was this, in fact, I'm just off the top, I'm remembering this domestic, the domestic terrorism bill or something? It got shot down by the Republicans. Thanks, Republicans. I won't get too excited because Republicans are weak, but this Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2022, well, Republicans blocked this. And in this bill, this bill would have empowered some, I forget who, DOJ or some branch of maybe even the military. It would have empowered them to investigate white supremacy in the military. What do you think that is? That's purging. That's this purging that I'm talking about. So we don't have courageous men. We don't have these, and we don't have good people in these institutions. So you know, it is crazy what's happening with this timeline. What happened? What happened? Where was there a breakdown in command, or way more sinister? It's crazy. So let me do this real quick. I just pretty much saw this before starting, you know, putting together my show. And in the you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I wish to keep you guys up to date on some stuff. So this is kind of new. I believe there's this NRA convention going on today. The NRA, Trump is speaking there and all that. Well, check this out. People using children for politics right away. Oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to say that I missed about this police being purged and all that. I read this somewhere. I think that the Supreme Court, and some of you may know more about this than myself, so let me know if I'm wrong. I believe the Supreme Court has numerous times, affirmed that police don't have a constitutional right to protect you. Is that so? Kind of interesting, don't you think? And this is what I was saying earlier. It's like we don't know. It's like we don't know what right means, what a constitutional right means. We don't know what these things mean. So I can't sit here and say they should have a constitutional right to protect. Because, you know what I mean? Because there's people who misuse laws and stuff. So interesting stuff. So watch this. This is at the NRA convention. They got these children, basically. Kids, and around their neck, they're wearing pictures of the victims at this Texas shooting. And they're saying, am I next? Am I next? Will I be the next dead kid? Look at me. So evil. So evil. They got these kids basically protesting, these dumb, evil parents or whatever, Democrats or anything. These people, these kids don't know what they're doing, first of all. My point here is just how emotional everything is. My point here is just the emotion about it. The emotion about it. And you see how these kids, well, they use the kids to drum up the emotion. Casey says 7-string guitars are dumb. All right, you're banned. I'm playing. I wanted my first guitar here to be a 7-string because I really wanted to play some 7-string stuff. I shouldn't be derailing the show for that. My apologies. So check this out about these children, about the emotions. I was making this point too. What these parents are doing, and I'm kind of being a little bit hyperbolic. Okay, I'm being a little extra, but you allow me to paint this picture, okay? And let me know if you're following me. What these parents are doing, these parents, the world, the government, and everybody pushing this emotion stuff, what they're doing to these children is they're churning out more school shooters. You feel me? They're making more of them. And if it's not a school shooter, it's some other problem. That's what they're doing. They're making them emotional. We were talking about about Salvador Ramos, broken home. A lot of these people, broken homes. But how many people are not in a broken home? They have a mother and father in the home, right? But they're not close to their father. Their hearts are turned against their father. Spiritually. It's like a spiritual thing. It's like crazy. You following me? They're making little school shooters. They're making more of them, making more anger, bringing around more hate, more resentment. These kids, they don't know what's going on. They're just going along with the emotion. Pawns. And so, And that's what I was got to say about that. Enough harping on this school shooter stuff. I know it's been crazy. You heard about it all week. So enough about that. Maybe something actually a little interesting about that real quick here. Let me do this real fast. I had to leave. Did he read my super chat? I'm sorry. I'll read more super chats in a moment here. So don't worry. Okay. Like I was saying, there might be some interesting stuff here that you might like. So we'll do this fast. Some interesting info here from just from history. Like, check this out about how kids apparently would bring guns to school. Like that was kind of normal up until pretty much the 70s, and it was only in this, I believe it was 1993, this trend of school shooters started. It's like, what happened? What changed? Probably something that's been in the works for a while. You know how generations just get worse? So it really has just been in the works for a while. Sure, their parents weren't school shooters, but internally they had the same issues, the same problems, and they pass it along. And it just like a bacteria culture, it just exponentially grows, right? So yeah, crazy stuff. Exploiting the children. Anything else here from this? Oh, you know what was the first school shooting I think I read about? You might want to fact check me. Fine. But I think I was reading about how the first school shooting was actually Indians, like Indians, like Native Indians or whatever. Not Native Americans. That doesn't make sense. There was no America when they were here, but these native tribes peoples, the indigenous people of America or whatever, you know what I mean? They committed the first school shooting, if you will, in like the 1700s. So I guess it was like I was reading this 1760 something. So it wasn't America, to be fair. It wasn't America quite yet, but it was Indians. Those Indians were a dangerous people back then. They weren't these little saints, okay? They did a lot of killing. They were quite effective at it. Okay, so yes, World Economic Forum Police Force. I am celebrating White History Month. Of course I am. In June. Or is it July? July just feels white. Yeah, it's July. In July, White History Month. So yeah, unless that's not cool with the WEF, then let me know, and I don't like that stuff. If you don't like that, I don't like that either, World Economic Forum. Okay, so what was I saying here? Engines. Oh yeah, check this out. 2018 FBI report. And then we'll be done with this. 2018 FBI report on the circumstances and behaviors of 63 active shooters. I mean, this shouldn't be a surprise, but in the world we live in today, normal, like just true information is just like, wow, that's crazy. I never heard that. Like, good and evil, for example. Like truth, like my truth versus your truth. Like that's not real. Like, no, there's the truth and you know it or you don't. It's like simple things. Anyway, so they apparently 63 out of these 63 active shooters, they found that there were aggrieved, highly stressed men, many of whom were depressed, and almost all of whom were suicidal. What? Wait, what? Bow and arrow shooting? No, Blark. They had guns. Those Indians, we gave them fire sticks, and they used them. Stressors and mental health. Look, mental health, financial strain, conflicts with friends and peers. I mean, shouldn't be surprising, but my point is they want to always point to the false solutions. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of the harping on the shooting stuff. The takes have been made. If new information comes out, we'll touch on it. But I want to get into this, okay? Would you like to see, anybody out there want to see a perfect explanation of the globalist elite agenda? Yeah? Anybody? Anybody want a perfect and concise, just a concise Just perfect explanation, huh? Well, anybody out there ever seen Bug's Life? Classic. Was that Pixar or was that... Who was Bug's Life? Who did Bug's Life? Is it Disney? Pixar? It's probably Pixar. But yes, Pixar, Walt Disney, distributed by Pixar, distributed by Walt Disney, right? Made by Pixar. This is a classic animated film. Any real ones in chat know what I'm talking about. This is Bug's Life. If anybody doesn't remember, this is just an animated movies. When was this released? Because I saw this in the good old 90s growing up. 1998, huh? Good stuff. Anyways, any Bug's Life enjoyers out there? Or are you guys into ants? Or are you guys into ants? You guys watch ants? You guys are like, nah, I don't like Bug's Life. So check this clip out. There's a little clip from that movie. It's an animated children's movie. I thought it was quite interesting. Hold up. Good movie, just says John Zimmer. You know what I'm talking about. Anybody, the real ones in chat know about Bug's Life. It's a Bug's Life, you feel me? Hopper, Brian Cade knows about Hopper. We're about to talk about Hopper. Anyways, watch this clip with me. Watch this.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they...
Let me pause this. La la la, I'm talking. You can't copyright me because I did stuff.
They all might stand up.
Let me rewind that. So he dropped the grains.
One ant...
Right here.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
Wow. So Bug's Life. Raymond 11 says, I really hated this movie. So if you want to see the globalist elite agenda all explained in a single scene of this animated movie, you got it right there. Isn't it so interesting? Look in the corner here. I don't know if anybody recognizes. That's the symbol of, that's the CBS symbol. Isn't that no, not CBS, CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Company, which is the government arm of the media in Canada. Think about that. The government owns the media, the news. You get your news from them. That's their logo. So whoever was ripping this video from the internet or wherever, they were watching it on CBC. Very, very fitting stuff. Very fitting, but like I was saying, Bug's Life, talking about subjugating the masses by keeping them in line and not letting them realize that they have the strength in numbers and the strength together to take back their world, take it back from these elite grasshoppers that are oppressing. They're grasshopper oppressors, all in the mind, simply because they believe. Simply because they believe. Simply because they believe it, because they believe that they're not free. And so yeah. What was this? I want to say something about this movie a little bit more. It's, you know, when I saw this, the thing is I saw this clip get posted on. It got posted on the most. What's the word? Like unassuming post on Twitter. Apparently, someone is trying to build like an ant farm. Okay. So they're on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, I'm trying to like make an ant farm," and they Anyway, so they buy these ants off of Amazon, this like tube of ants or something like that, and they all arrive dead. And this person is complaining, and they making posts about it, saying, "Oh man, my ants arrived dead. Oh man, this sucks." And then, so I'm just trying to make an ant farm. I just want to make an ant farm. And then this person decides to completely red pill them in the comments and post this scene from the movie Bug's Life. So this person's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to, you know, make an ant farm," and suddenly gets a wake up call, a reality check. And you gotta love Hopper, man. This freaking character is so funny. This grasshopper guy here, I forget what leader type person. So funny. This is so funny. This is a children's movie. Take in how this is a children's movie, and this Hopper basically right here in this moment, he kills 3. Nick, you are taking a cartoon political. Yes, I am. So Hopper kills these 3. They're dead. This is a children's movie. He kills the 3, and then look at his face as these grains are falling and crushing them. These 3 comrades, these 3 compatriots, as they're being crushed. Look at Hopper's face. Oh, let me move the chat so I'm not ruining this. That is the face. That is the face of what's called going Hopper mode. All right, that is going Hopper mode. It's similar to going Joker mode, but this is look at that face. That is the face of. I think Nick likes cartoons too much. That is the face of someone done with everything, just done, jaded, and just. Oh man, you follow me here? So anyways, I kind of like Hopper. Hopper's pretty cool. He's got like a militant strength to him. I don't know what it is about him. He's got like a charm in him. I don't know, it gets me going. So yes, going Hopper mode. I am myself going Hopper mode. I hope all of you are as well. It might be the only way to save this country is to go Hopper mode. But anyway, enough messing around here. I was inspired, if you will, because there was some news recently. Some World Economic Forum news. Is the World Economic Forum police captain still in the chat? WEF police captain? Oh yes, he is. Oh, I'm sorry. He or she. I don't want to assume, right? It is the World Economic Forum after all. I'm sure you have all sorts of he, she, z's up there, so I don't want to assume, but anyways, WEF captain in the chat, you might want to pay attention. This is about all of y'all. This is about all of y'all. There was a recent meeting of the globalist elite. But more specifically, people went to Davos to attend this just like swing. Oh, yeah, we're a bunch of, you're eating that? Oh no. That's so ꞌDeClasse. That's the type of people I'm trying to imagine the type of people that go to this. Just like these very high elites. Oh yes, yes, this is my Black Lives Matter patch. This is my trans pride patch. And yes, I had a this morning. Oh yes, I had a very, very, very nice little snack, a $90 cracker. Anyways, yes, these people, world leaders and other people of the sort went to Davos. And what is Davos? Well, Davos is a mountain resort in Switzerland, but it's also, what is it? Like an annual meeting, the World Economic Forum annual meeting. In fact, I believe that's what it's called. And it was held in Davos. And they got together to talk about you, to talk about the world, talk about what you're up to, and what they can do to make you fall in line, you little bug, you little ant. World Economic Forum annual meeting convenes at the most consequential geopolitical and geoeconomic moment of the past 3 decades, apparently. So they were in Davos. Attendees were discussing the global food crisis, the annual World Economic Forum meeting, and they were warning about famines around the world. A lot of creepy stuff basically coming out of this basically a lot of creepy stuff was coming out of this meeting. And if you don't know already, the World Economic Forum were the same people putting out this propaganda of you will own nothing and you will be happy. That kind of creepy, all that creepy stuff. In fact, I'm sure all of you have seen this, but for posterity's sake, must show you this Klaus Schwab guy. Isn't he the leader of this thing? Founded what became the World Economic Forum. Apparently, he's now the executive chairman. I just wanted you to see the way this guy dresses. Where is this? Where's his garb? Look at this. Look at this guy. How is this a real person? Imagine looking at this guy thinking, oh yeah, this guy's got my best interests. Anyways, so a lot of creepy stuff came out of this meeting. They were talking about world global famines and other just perfectly convenient things where they're gonna have to subjugate you and control you, lock you down. Oh, there's not enough food. We're not growing enough food. You guys are all buying it up, but we're gonna have to lock you down. It's for the greater good, of everybody. You don't care about those poor people, about those grannies. Okay, creepy stuff coming out of this meeting. Let's get into one of these. Where was it? Forgive me, a little messy here. I should have it ready. But like I said, creepy stuff coming out of this. Oh yeah, here it is. And this is just one clip, okay? There's other stuff. I'm sure you can find it. Where was it? That's right. That's what it was. Look at this woman here. This lady, New Zealand PM Helen Clark. You know, New Zealand, headed by Jacinda Ardern, this dumb woman, turning into hate. This woman who's unmarried and loved locking down everybody, loves her was on a power trip, out of wedlock baby, I believe. Didn't she have a baby with her boyfriend? I could be wrong. I know. I don't think she's married. Partner Clark Gayford. You can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up, man. Her partner's Clark Gayford. Anyways, this woman, this lady, New Zealand PM Helen Clark, talking about how we are in a danger of losing this moment of transformative change. This is important somewhat because they want to transform. We've been talking about this. It's so creepy. They're just so open about it. They say, we're going to transform you. We're going to transform your way of life. And it's for the greater good, right? They're taking your way of life and they're using emotions to do it, right? Danger of losing this moment of transformative change.
The reality is that political resolve to fight COVID is waning. Popular support for measures is waning. You know, people are over COVID. The problem is it's not
people are over COVID. What is that? That's not Kiwi. What is that?
Done with us. But we're in danger of losing this moment for transformative change. And let's face it, people are still dying in significant numbers every day. People are still developing long COVID every day. Low-income countries are horribly under-vaccinated. We've got issues here and now.
Horribly under-vaccinated.
I think...
No, I was doing more of a Londoner, like horribly vaccinated. A little bit of debt. How do I turn Kiwi? Let me listen.
Horribly under-vaccinated.
Yeah, it's kind of more Australian. Vaccinated. Me and my auntie down the road. Unvaccinated. Oh, anyways, enough of that. Transformative change. Think about this for a second. The transformative change already happened. The transformative. I was saying this too. That they're gonna get rid of the lockdowns. They're gonna bring back most of the semblance of normality, but they will have already gotten what they wanted. And world governments, people who want a world government, or even the governments of the nation states we live in America, they say out loud what they want to do. So that's what I mean by they. And so they already got what they wanted. They've already done that transformative change, at least quite a bit of it. They probably want more. Of course they want more, but they've gotten what they wanted. They can stop you from saying what you want. They can ban you from this. They could put you. They could investigate you for saying things you don't like, for meandering around in the capital of the country. You know what I'm saying? You follow me? You seen the picture? World Economic Forum police force captain says, "Don't you want transformative change?" Yes. No. Yeah. No, I want transformative change. Absolutely. Yeah. Of course. That's what I've been talking about. I'm not sweating. Yeah. What else do I have to say about this? I had something else. I lied. I said I had an actual show for all of y'all. Oh yes, look at this. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Imagine being such a cuck. You feel me? Imagine being such a loser that you're this guy and you sell your soul. Imagine actually selling your soul.
I came here to Switzerland just to show you that village over there, because that village will blow your mind. This is Davos, the most powerful village in the world, because every year 3,000 very smart people come here not to vacation but to work at the most famous
Not to vacation. No, this is not a vacation. Don't get it twisted. Yes, we're having like $70 burritos and it's not a vacation.
Conference in the World Economic Forum.
Welcome to the West!
Prime ministers.
I'm the Prime Minister of Iraqi Kurdistan.
Presidents.
I'm a president of Armenia.
Activists.
This is Will I Am, and I'm an activist.
Will I Am, compromised.
CEOs.
I'm the
Susan Wojcicki, compromised.
CEO of YouTube.
Entrepreneurs.
Random Asian dude, probably in America, voting and buying assets, compromised.
We have a startup!
And even Google.
This dude probably not in America, but still given American money and assets somehow.
Gurus and me come to discuss politics, social justice, climate change, and education, because everyone here has one goal.
Make the world better.
What happens in this village makes the world better.
Make the world better. Anyways, sick of that stuff. Imagine being this guy. Imagine actually being this guy. I mean, I wonder how much he got paid, but we're looking at a prostitute. We're looking at a prostitute. That's what this guy is. We're looking at a prostitute. Whew. Yep. We're in a bad spot, man. Diabolical is what it really is. But you would miss it if you were paying attention. So, beta now. Everything's beta now. So, we got 4:51 p.m. Los Angeles time, Pacific time. Let me finish up my thing here. I got a few more things. And then at 5, we got James Hake. He's going to be on Modern Day Debate. It's going to be great. Always is. You know, heavyweight Hake always brings the fire. Might even pop in and see what's up. So, but back to what I was saying. Because I have an actual show. Look, let me get into this. Oh. Let me see. Should I leave this for... I'm going to move this into the variety section of the show. So we'll move that there. Sorry, doing some on-the-fly changes to the packet of the show. You know what? We've been talking about police, right? Talking about these cops not going in and doing the hard work at the Texas shooting and all sorts of stuff. People are mad. Some people, there's a whole swath of the country that wants to defund the cops, and they're protesting and they fight them. And there's a whole swath of the country that fights cops and gets killed by them, and then other people protest about it. But there's also a whole bunch of people coming out with this Texas shooting and all that. People on both sides, left or right. These former, back to blue types. They're all kind of changing their thinking about the police. And the police themselves have changed. Like I proved earlier, our police and institutions and military have been gutted, and it's just a bunch of World Economic Forum acolytes, a bunch of WEF teachers' pets, which is a fine thing to be, right? Right, YouTube? So everybody's mad. Everybody got criticisms about the police. They all want to protest. They all got things to say and things to do. But I came across this video because there's something about it. Let me say something real quick. Maybe I'm stretching here, and maybe this is stupid, but in America, American culture, at least that where it came from and how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be decent, right? Like decent and just a decent person, like decency, have a, care for your community, for the rule of law. You don't like people encroaching on your freedoms and your liberties and rights. See, the original American way is standing up for rights and so-called civil rights, right? The original civil rights fighters or whatever. The original Americans. Of course, all of that's been corrupted into this loud, just like this loud black way of fighting. Like, oh, no, I'm mad. Like, let me be loud. Let me punch you. Let me hit you. I came across this video. This is pastor who's shutting down this. The caption says, pastor shuts down abusive cop. I think you probably even know who this pastor is. Apologia Studios. Who's that? Is it Derb? Who is this? There's someone. I think he's been a guest on Jesse's show as well. I don't want to say his. It's someone. You see who I'm seeing here? This bearded Jeff Durbin pastor. He's on the street talking to this police officer here. This female police officer, no less.
We're going to give you a warning right now, so we're going to need that for our street check. So what's your last name?
Okay, so the warning is a violation of the law?
Well, because of the amplified sound device.
So you can't do that unless you have a calibrated meter according to city code.
Oh, we can.
And you test it.
Yeah, we can. And so
you can violate this law?
We have a complaint that's a citizen.
A complaint of illegal activity.
We have complaint
of illegal activity. Ma'am, if you read the city code, you'll see you can't.
You've been given a warning. You can't use your amplified sound device. If you will, you go to jail. You've already been given that warning.
Ma'am, you're not even looking at you're a supervisor. You won't look at the law?
No, I know the law.
Is this professional activity on your part to behave in this manner?
You've got a warning, so please don't do it. We don't
What's the warning for? This is my question. What's the warning for?
Warned already. Okay.
Officer, what's the warning for?
Amplified sound device.
Ma'am, I reject your warning.
Okay.
I reject it.
I reject your warning. So he's out there with a megaphone, and the people are complaining that he's too loud. So the police have to show up and try and calm down the situation. And now I don't know the real law or if Jeff Durbin was right about what he's saying, but apparently she's saying, you're going to go to jail. You got it. You da-da-da. And Jeff Durbin's like, what law did I break? Tell me what I'm wrong about. Isn't that such a decent and nice way to stand up to the police, right? To stand up against authority. Because in this country, the culture is you follow the rules, Authority's there for a reason, da-da-da. But when authority is not right, isn't this such a nice, decent way of just standing up? There's probably even stronger and better ways. I'm just commenting on this way, on this particular thing. Isn't that such a white way of standing up? A nice, white, decent way. White culture and country. You know what I'm saying? America. Just the right way of standing up. You following me here? It's just a bit of a stretch. So, and this is kind of fits with what we're saying, right? This woman cop, that's what I'm talking about. The police have been gutted. It's just full of women and America hating blacks, white, everybody, liberals, losers. So that's that. Let me see here. Yeah, crazy stuff. So it's been an hour now of me going on and on. Like I said, it's just a crazy, crazy time. It's a lot going on. I hope you saw the picture I'm painting here. I think this lesson we can all leave with, though, is it's time to go hopper mode. It is time to go hopper mode. So, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to watch A Bug's Life. I'll keep the stream going. I'll just put myself in the corner. We'll just watch Bug's Life together, and that'll be the rest of the show. What do you guys say? Movie night? I'll probably get copyrighted for that one. I'm just playing. So what I'm going to do now, okay, let me see here. Let me take a little break. I'm going to change the mood, change the vibe, if you will. We're going to open up the lines, start taking calls, and get into some fun stuff. I got a lot to get to, and it's all fun. It's all great. It's all good stuff. And at times even poignant, if you will. Who was that? Someone in the chat. What was your name? Why does every YouTuber have a dumb... What did you say? It was so funny. I lost your chat. Someone in chat saying, what? There it is. Max Rex saying, why do 95% of YouTubers have obnoxious, annoying voices? I don't know if you're referring to my cadence here, my news cadence. I don't even know why I adopted that. Like, It's kind of funny though. Sometimes I exaggerate it because it's kind of funny. So we're gonna take a little breaky here. Gonna go hopper mode. We're gonna go hopper mode. We're gonna change the vibe. We're gonna open up the lines, take calls, and get into fun stuff. So please be patient. Just hold on for a second, and I will be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. Anybody gone hopper mode yet? This is hopper mode music. Took a little break there, but thank you for being patient. Yes, yes, yes. You are watching the Nick stream. I am your host, the Anchor Baby. We are back. Took a little break there. Hippy Dippy Roundtable is about to start with Hake. So you can check him out. Twitch.tv/Dylan Burns, I believe. Dylan Burns TV. Let me make sure. Twitch.tv/Dylan Burns TV. Check them out. Hate going live. But anyways, if you're going to hang out with me here and all of us here, We're about to have some fun. About to get into it. Hold on. The number's on the screen. If you'd like to call into the show, to the Nick stream, it's 760-515-3855. We'll be taking calls. Talk about anything you like. Also got some fun stuff we're going to get into. I see you're all hoppered up, hopper mode. Okay, so there is some stuff going on here. I wonder if some of you have seen this, okay? Oh, I'm getting an interesting call, I think. Should I take the... I don't know what this is. Hold on, everybody. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Nicholas. How are you, man?
What's up? Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
My name is Alex. I'm calling from... I'm in Massachusetts right now. I'm a truck driver, too.
Right on. We got a trucker in Massachusetts. What's up, man? What are you calling in about?
No, I call you because, first of all, I really enjoy, your show, too, and Jeffrey's show, too.
Thank you.
You guys are really funny guys, Take two, it's pretty hilarious.
Right on, man. Thank you. That's awesome.
And, but I was calling because, I think like a month ago you were saying, like, how you were, I'm an immigrant too here, and I came here really young. And, I'm like on the same, basically on the same idea that you were saying, like, how, it's not good to come from one culture and come to another one because it kind of like doesn't like mess you up, but it's definitely maybe even like more lost,
You saying it made you lost? It made you confused and lost?
Yeah, like remember you were saying like, oh yeah, like coming, especially I'm from like a Hispanic background,
Yes.
So it's like complete different cultures, So like you were saying like, oh, it's not really good to come from like a, to migrate basically,
I mean, I think, you bring up something interesting because it's interesting. I mean, it almost doesn't make sense. Like it almost doesn't, like immigration. What I'm getting at is immigration as a concept. I think it might not be normal. Like, because we talk about illegal immigration and all that, but even legal immigration, there's something weird about just, you're all the same people, all the same kind of people, same culture, same way of living and language and everything, and then you go somewhere else. You see, like I understand there's extenuating circumstances sometimes, but in general, I think immigration is kind of like a flawed concept.
Yeah, no, I agree to a degree,
Yes.
But somehow it kind of works well here in the U.S. too, I don't know why.
It kind of works well with what?
Like, I think it works really well here in the U.S. too, like in one weird way,
You're saying immigration works well?
Well, at the same time, in terms of like maybe like, for people working and stuff like that,
What do you mean?
Jobs that, well,
Are you
like
saying that we need like labor and that's why immigration is good?
Like in a way, it's kind of like weird, but like I completely think that like perhaps like growing up, like especially if you come from one country to another, I don't think that's like a very good growing up.
But just to comment on what you said about America needing workers and that's why immigration can be positive, you're not like entirely wrong in the sense that we do need workers. We have an aging population that's not having children, and we kind of need like younger, like we need workers. We need to like keep ourselves going here, replenish ourselves, if you will, because a lot of the people here in America are not having enough children to replace themselves. I think it's called like replacement rate. And so, but the problem with what you're saying is that that's a false solution. It's just actually bringing in more problems. It's like the whole gun thing. They're saying, okay, well, I even know conservatives. I know people personally they're like, I'm a conservative, da da. But with this last Texas shooting, they started giving in, and they were like, you know what, maybe not letting 18-year-olds buy assault rifles, they even use the term assault rifle, is not such a good idea. We'd probably see a decrease of these shootings if we set that ban. The thing is, that even might be true. that's banned. You're right, setting that kind of gun control measure might lower gun deaths in the short term, but it, like I said, like what you were saying about immigration, it's a false solution. It actually brings way more issues in the long term.
Yeah, no, and you know, I don't want to go off the topic of, but you know, I think you were saying about the gun thing too. I have like a lot of you know, liberal friends and stuff like that.
Yes.
Even then, you know, before years ago, you know, they would be like, oh my God, the guns, you know, but now it's just like everybody seems to be like, it's like a mental health issue, you know, which I think is like a spiritual issue.
Spiritual, right? Exactly. It's a good point, man. It's a good point.
So no, yeah, but I was just calling, man, like, you know,
yeah,
you know, I agree with the immigration thing. You know, I really wish I hadn't.
But you're not an anchor baby.
No.
You were born somewhere else and you immigrated.
Yeah.
No, interesting.
So yeah,
but anyway, I understand that, man. Thanks for being well, I was gonna say being an anti-anchor baby, but you could still be for the cause. You could still be down for the cause.
Oh no, completely. You know, I went to
Nice.
you know, my parents told me, oh, you gotta go to university, and I was like brainwashed, you know.
Yes.
So you know, I'm glad you know, over the years, you know, thank God I was able to see things different. Because I went back to my country, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh no, yeah. I was like, you know, because people were like, oh, if you don't like it here, you know, why don't you go back? And they were, and I was like, yeah, that makes
so you
sense,
did,
you know.
And may I ask, like, where, or if you don't want to say, but where are you from?
No, I don't want to say because
that's fine.
Privacy issues.
That's totally fine, man.
You know,
but
I'll just say south of the border.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
But I was just like, yeah, you know, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
And I went back, and you know, it's not bad. I'm not gonna say like it's not bad, but it's not better, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, because you know, I'm also a citizen here, so you know, I ended up just coming back here because you know,
Yeah.
just things have been working out just better for me here.
Well, man, I relate in some sense. I was born here, right? Like, but you know, anchor baby. Right? My mother was not from here. So, but what I was gonna say to you is that, hey, you know, life is the way it happened. Although wrong things brought about our lives, they can become right. You know what I mean? They can work for the good. God I said this before, a little holy, but God takes old and bad things and wrong things and makes them right. So, I think you can even be in a situation like ours or yours and mine, and still do good and fight for America, and you could be aware of your situation and be like, okay, well, I'm a guest, but I love this country and it's the right thing. Anyways, you follow me.
Yeah, and you know, those situations made me appreciate you know, the U.S. even more. So you know, it ended up working pretty well.
Nice, man. Well,
yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks,
man.
I know
Pleasure.
I know you're probably gonna take more calls and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
one more thing. You're a trucker, right? I learned.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm right about this, because I recently learned some trucker jargon. Some like a phrase that I learned that truckers say. What do you do? So you're a trucker. What do you do if you want to make more money? What's the best way to make more money trucking?
Well, you know, I think you make some pretty decent money with
But
it,
isn't there like a
with
phrase?
the-
Isn't there like a phrase? Isn't there like a saying amongst truckers? If you want to make more money, you got to keep that left door closed.
Left door. Oh yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah. No, not really.
okay.
I'm like relatively new to the industry.
Okay,
But
I heard
yeah,
that
you
was
know-
a saying that it just means that the longer you drive, the more money you make. The longer you keep your left door closed.
Yeah, that is true. That is, I agree. You know, I got rid of my apartment. I was renting, so I'm just living 24/7.
Nice. Hey, putting that work in. Well, right on, man. I hope things work out and everything works out. Eh?
Yeah, man. Thank you
Nice.
guys. I'm definitely gonna
For sure.
be making some donations to your shows because you know you guys are. Really
That means a
doing
lot,
good
man.
job,
Thank you. Hey, if you got some and you wished it on it, I'd be grateful.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah. You guys give out a lot to the people. You
Right
know,
on.
so
And
for
to Bond too, you know, rebuildingtheland.com/donate. Anyways, man, thanks for your call. Gotta move those wheels.
Oh yeah. No, thank you, Nick. See you later.
Take care. Okay, there's people in chat asking me. They're asking me to ask him some inappropriate questions. No, I'm not. Oh, caller, I'm sorry, I missed your call. Call me back. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ask him about that. Okay, I'm not gonna ask him about lot whatevers. You know, on that topic, I don't want to say too much because I know I have like young listeners, and I was earlier in the show. Earlier when I started the Nick stream, I was a little bit more fresh, but I think I want to be a little when you meet a young listener, it kind of wakes you up, and you're like, wow, I didn't realize you were listening. So I don't want to say what I'm talking about, but truckers. Oh, you know what? There's a euphemism for that. Friend of the road. Truckers are out on the road and they're making friends. You know, a friend of the road, if you will. It's the way of the road, bubs. But yes. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hello, you're on the air. Okay. Oops. So, what a mess. Sorry, I'm a solo guy doing this on my own. You'll have to forgive me. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. There you go. Now speak.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Thanks for calling. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name's Casey. I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
What's up, Casey? Thanks for calling the nickstream. What do you want to talk about?
Not much, man. I moved to Texas from the Northwest, actually, a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it's a lot better down here, but it is definitely changing slowly.
I imagine. I mean, yeah, for sure. Texas. Think about Texas. They've been working on Texas for years now. Trying to turn it blue, trying to turn it Democrat, trying to turn it liberal. Everybody's moving there. Californians are moving there.
Yeah, and I'm afraid they are bringing their dumb ideas along with them, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's up with that?
When I moved here, I don't know. I mean, I guess
how come we can't keep our neighborhoods and our communities the way we want them? How come people could just come in? Why is that? And why is it that it's not the other way? It can't be the other way around. Sorry, callers. Do I gotta turn my collar up a bit? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep speaking.
I was gonna say. I mean, you're right, because if people are too afraid to tell people no, so they come into their communities and they just won't say no.
What is up with that?
Get that out of here. Move along.
Because you totally can. You totally can. Men of the neighborhood, of the community, totally have they totally. There's nothing that's stopping them from doing that.
No, there isn't, other than their own fear.
Right, their fear, and of course the obstacles that they gotta face. But that's just what you got. It's just a given. You gotta face those things.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
but if you, yeah.
It seems like they should be able to, but they're not. So you said you moved where? To the Northwest?
I lived in the Northwest. I moved down to Texas.
Okay. Oh, you were in the Northwest and you moved down to Texas.
Yeah.
So, they're changing Texas too, though. I mean, these old school Texans, they're young, their grandchildren are trans now, so. You feel me? So.
Yeah. No,
anyway.
It's slowly, it's slowly but surely changing. When I first moved here, you didn't see any homeless people. San Antonio is a little different than Houston or Austin. But then slowly but surely you see more and more of them just slowly.
Which one?
And I moved here from Portland, Oregon, so I know about homeless people.
Yeah. Which one is the one? Because I know Dallas is not so liberal, but Austin is.
Yeah, Austin's like California, the California of Texas.
Right, makes sense. And Dallas is more it's real businessy and I don't know, it just looks clean and businessy. But even Dallas is kind of falling apart, no?
I think so. I mean, I haven't been up there, but it's.
Okay.
I guess that's the curse of major cities. That's what it is,
yeah, totally. It really is a shame because, these are great American cities. L.A., New York. These are you know what I mean? Some of the greatest cities ever built in the history of the world.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's a shame to see them just fall one by one slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, appreciate your call. I mean, great stuff. But you said, wait.
And also, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't have anything against 7-string guitars, but
That's you, man.
Yeah, that's me.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. Yeah, I think you were making a joke in the chat saying you don't like 7 strings.
Hey, if you want free guitar lessons, man, hit me up.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, right on, man. Email me. Cool stuff. Gonna move the wheels here. Yes. Hey, what's up, Troy? Raymond. Yes, good stuff. So, lines are still open if you want to call in. We'll get into a couple calls before we get into something else here. There's a ransacking of America going on. I'll get into that later, too. Sorry, caller. Oh, there, you called back. Caller, you are on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, who am I speaking with?
It's Teresa.
What's up, Teresa? You're from Texas, is that right?
You got it.
Right on, Teresa. Welcome to the Nick Stream. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is strictly my opinion. This has not anything to do with you or anything like that, but
okay, go ahead.
That I've been observing for the past 2 or 3 days, the reactions of the parents of these children and everything like that, and it's just fake to me.
You're talking about the shooting?
Yeah, come on now.
Yep.
Within a day, you're interviewing the parents, and they have. I'm sorry. I mean, even being, that I've changed and everything, and I'm not as emotional as I was.
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to talk to anyone if I even heard my 20-year-old son was being shot within 24 hours.
Is there a video that you saw specifically? Oh, I saw, in fact, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw the mother, Adriana Reyes, speak to the media. She was in her car. And I thought, I don't know, I just thought it was odd. Everyone was so emotional, but it was just odd. But what do you find odd about it? What are you saying about this whole thing?
Just no emotions. It's just like, and then the biggest thing that got to me is, why are you wearing glasses? I mean, I know you live in Texas and everything like that, but to me, the glasses show no emotion. You can't see their eyes.
Let me play some devil's avocado here, because I agree. Weird things, okay? Weird details. We got into some of that even earlier in the show, but what are you getting at exactly? Because we got to stay in reality. You know what I mean?
Well, for one, you have a lot of illegal immigrants, number one. Number two, you have a lot of trafficked children.
Yeah.
And you're going to do, I'm sorry, they look like a Richard Ramirez, dude, like a traffic dude to me, the one that they said that did all that stuff,
Are you talking about the Texas shooter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you say he looks.
Just, I don't know. It's all fake to me.
So you're saying it's fake?
It's not even reality.
Okay, so the shooting itself?
Yeah, because it looked like a freaking drill to me. I mean, an hour, it's an hour to go up in there. Come on now. You living in Texas with all these people that have guns. Well, wasn't this like a Latino school though? Like, wasn't it like predominantly POC, like Latinos? Like, no, that looked.
I don't know if the Hispanics. I could be wrong, but I don't know if the Hispanics in Texas are gun-toting Americans. You know what I mean? I could be totally wrong. They could totally be that way. I just could be wrong. But I don't know if they're the same as those like Texan Americans.
Texan
you know what I mean? Second Amendment.
Texans that live in Mexico. Texans that live in America, that live here in Texas, that are Mexican, they are gun-toting.
Right on.
Okay, especially the closer you are to the border.
Oh, I totally believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
And I don't exactly know. Now, this is the only thing that I haven't looked at, which I want to see how close this happened to the border, number one. Number two, it's just none of it feels right.
It feels fishy. We can agree on this.
Listen. If there's so much Democrats, these are the emotional people of everything. Everything is emotional. Everything is over-exaggerated. They should be snot coming out of their nose.
But here's the thing, though.
They should be crying. They should be upset. Their babies were shot in the face, and they're doing an interview within
But that happens
3
though.
or 4 hours.
Just a little devil's advocate.
I
don't know, devil's advocate here though. We got, remember, like right after like shootings of like what, you know, what was that? What was the one that happened recently? Blacks are getting shot. What did the family do? They go right up to the press. They get up with Benjamin Crump. They go right away to crying. They do it the next day.
Same thing that I say about that. That's fake. That's fake. They don't care. They made money. They saw money.
Look, the money, yeah, that is true. But
they're called crisis actors.
I just don't know.
Been going on.
I'm not saying no, but I just don't know. It's a lot of fishy stuff.
I'm just saying,
but we gotta stay in reality because we gotta stay in reality, Teresa. Hold on, we gotta stay in reality, Teresa, because these people, what you're talking, you said a really good point. The emotion, all that, you made a really good point about the emotions. Okay, that false reality they're trying to push on us, it's also happening on both sides. And the conservatives, this is exactly what they want. They want them getting lost in the weeds with conspiracies and stuff that they can't really prove. I'm not saying things are not fishy, okay? I'm not saying that things are not that there's details that are not fishy. I'm not saying any of that, but I'm just saying we can't get all drummed up into stuff because that is just another form of falling into the emotions. The very same point you made earlier.
I agree with you.
Which is a fantastic point.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we know how these people are. We know that they're emotional. And for the most emotional left, because the left is the most emotional, you would think that these people would be better actors and actresses when their babies are shot in the face.
Dang, Teresa,
and they're
you're going full hopper mode
within 6 hours.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of weird things, okay? That is for sure. I mean, think about this.
That's just how I feel.
77, what was it? 70 minutes of the police just pretty much waiting to see when's a good time to go in. I hear reports that they were
like a
afraid.
Drill to me. Sounds like a drill to me.
Well, what do you mean by drill, though? What kind of drill?
Do you not know what a drill is?
Yeah, but you're kind of being vague. Like,
do you know that they actually had a drill like May 22nd.
At that school?
At that very same school. So we don't know if those were videotapes from that drill that they had.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy stuff, Teresa. I mean, so many details are coming out. We're going to keep paying attention to this, though, and everything.
Okay.
That's for sure. All right, Teresa, always a pleasure.
Texans ain't giving up their guns. Texans ain't giving up their guns.
Wait.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry. I got to harp on this a little bit. But Texans are kind of giving up their guns, though.
No, they ain't. No, just because that Beto came up there and pulled that stunt, that ain't, they ain't giving up their guns.
Well, I sure hope they don't. Hey, Teresa, I'm moving the wheels on this one.
All right.
Right on.
Love you. Bye.
Always. Thank you. Appreciate your call.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thanks. Right on, Teresa. Thank you. And thanks for watching.
Bye.
Right on. Interesting. We got to stay in reality. You know what I mean? That's just another form of emotion. Getting into stuff you can't prove. But this is a good representation of what's going on, though. People don't trust anything. They don't trust their eyes, their ears, they don't trust the media, they just don't trust anything. Information is getting wild right now, okay? You used to be able to trust information, but internet, Google. You won't be soon you won't be able to trust anything. Anything, any information, anything outward, anything external, anything that's physical and external, you won't be able to trust any of it. Even the things you see. You will have no choice but to turn to God or, stay in hell. You feel me? Oh yeah, we go in hopper mode. I gotta change the stream title to hopper mode. One sec. Oh yeah, we just went hopper mode. Anyways, caller, I have a call here. Caller, you are on the air. Go ahead. Hey, caller, you are on the air. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So, I was gonna say, I'm out here in Austin, and
wait, who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from?
Tedrick. I'm calling from Austin, Texas.
Hey, what's up? Welcome.
Nothing much, but yeah. So I don't live too far from Uvalde and everything, and
oh, really?
Just yeah, some of the stuff. It's probably about an hour and a half from where I'm at in Austin, but
yes,
some of the stuff I've heard. People have all these conspiracy theories about the cops, false flag, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's like a more logical and simple answer to it. It's kind of a theory I've kind of come up with some stuff I've heard.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Alex Jones the other day and some other people he heard on the ground that were cops and stuff out there had said that once the shooter ran in, it became what they call like a hostage situation. So the 45 minutes they're waiting is for them to basically see if they can negotiate. And I think what it kind of lends itself to, though, is like the DMV-zation of like all like public things. Like, you know what I mean?
Explain that. It's kind of an interesting comment. DMV-zation of what?
Of just all public utilities, like fire departments, everything. Everything's becoming like the DMV. You go to the DMV and they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir, you don't have this paper. Come back tomorrow." And it's just a hassle.
Yeah.
But with the police, it's like your common sense would think you see someone run in there with a gun, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go chase them down.
Right. You don't need protocols and written laws to.
It became a whole bureaucratic process.
Right.
So they're like, well, what does it say? What do the procedures in the book say? Oh, we got to wait till a negotiator gets here. Then we got to wait till SWAT gets here. Then we can do something about it. And
it's an interesting point.
If you think about the people who are still in law enforcement, at one point maybe there were good cops, right? But then you had Black Lives Matter and defund the police, so people left because they didn't want to work a job where they were hated. Then you had the vaccines, and people left because they didn't want to take that. Well, now the people you're left with in the police department are basically DMV workers, people that are just there to get a check and go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they don't do what's right. They just follow things to the book and then don't go handle business. They don't do what's in front of them to do.
Yes. Very good point, man. Yeah, and that same mentality is really in all facets of life. You can see that in all people, because what you're describing is how your pretty much average man just used to be in their daily life. And so,
yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter when it's at like the DMV and stuff, because it's like, okay, I'll get my paper and come back. But when you're talking about life and death situations, you can't really have this bureaucratic long processes for things.
Yeah, you're reminding me of. I went to the 7-Eleven here nearby. Got me this Liquid Death here. Please sponsor me. And there was an Indian lady at the front, the clerk. She was on the phone. She had the AirPods in. She was on the phone talking another language. I didn't even realize that she was doing. I thought she was talking to me. I'm like, I don't speak that language. And I'm like, hello, Anyway, she wasn't even looking at me. I paid for my thing and she gave it to me. But I was thinking about how this ties it to what you're saying. I was thinking about how there was no customer service, right? And I'm thinking about how, in this country, we do customer service. That's like what you do. This is the way of life. That's just how you operate businesses. You feel me? And it reminds me of what you're saying. And this is the connection, because that culture, that mentality is everywhere. This bureaucratic, like, I just got to do the bare minimum. I just got to follow the book here, and I just got to get mine, and get out.
We've all
you know what I mean? And so this woman, I'm looking at this woman, and I'm just like, you're like, let me come to this country, let me work here, let me make money, but let me just, you know what I mean? Let me just flout the culture.
And they're talking another language while you need customer service, and look at you like, do you need something? And you're just like, what?
And I can feasibly imagine if I had said something to her, and
she'd
be like, "What? You can't." See what I'm saying? And they're mad at, and I'm the asshole because I want my country to stay decent and all that. But anyways, you see the connection? It's like that mentality is totally gone. What you described, the home ends right at the door, when it used to be like your home is your country, is you care for all of it. At least I think that's how it was. But
I mean, your home used to even be, your job at one point before industrialization. People didn't leave the home to go to work. Their homestead was their work.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
Yeah, man.
everything's just kind of disconnected in a way now.
Interesting stuff, man. And think it's this is also falls in, it's the same, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, falls in line or is in the same vein of the spirit that's causing, that's you know, motivating these school shooters and all that isolation, all that.
Well, and then you got to think about who are these cops that if when you see something like that happening, I know if it was me, I wouldn't be able to stop myself to open up the book and see what the procedures are. I would have had to go running in.
Yeah, man.
But who are these beta males that just got to follow the rules? So
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I got this. This is I can't confirm this, but this is from he's like a blue checkmark, like Twitter liberal, I imagine, blue checkmark guy. Anyways, he's makes reports here. What's he saying here? Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one up. My apologies. Ken Delaney, this is his name, I believe, is Ken Delaney, and says catastrophic misjudgment by the police is that they assumed all the kids were dead when they weren't. I don't know if that's true, but if that might explain a little bit of what's going on.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Wild
Dude,
stuff,
I try to find things that like. That's why I like the theory I came up with, which is like, or I didn't come up with all my stuff. I kind of pulled some stuff from here and there and thought about it, but. I don't know. When it gets too conspiratorial, it just seems like it's too much of a stretch to think like that they really just had, like they had bad intentions in their heart, but it's more of just like an incompetence, like like I said, the DMV-zation of everything.
That's interesting. I like that. Yeah, like Rock Shot here in the chat says, no dedication, no brains, pass the buck or drop the ball. It's that. I like that a lot. Pass the buck. It's what it is. It's a pass the buck kind of mentality.
Totally
not my
totally
problem.
Anyway,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go grab me some dinner and stuff, so I'll let you
Hey,
get
right on, man. Get it going. Get your nutrition. Gonna move the wheels, man. Appreciate your call.
All right, peace.
Peace. Hey, okay, interesting stuff. Lines are still open. We're having fun here. It's 5:36. 5:36 Los Angeles time. Gonna keep it going here. 760-515-3855. Call in about whatever you like. Got some fun stuff we're going to get into here in a moment. How's your Friday going? I hope you're enjoying. You know what? Let me start up. Ooh, I got a call here. I'll be right with you. Hold on. Well, let me see here. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, it's Nicky Bobby.
What's up, man?
First, you trash.
Hey, what's up? This is Art from Ohio. Is this true?
How you doing, Nick?
What's up, Art? How you doing? I'm doing just fine. Thanks for calling the nickstream, man. Right on.
Already. So check this out. What was that you were saying about that lady that was talking to the Harvard graduating class?
Are you talking about? Wait, I played a clip of some woman earlier, right? She was on a panel, like up on stage.
Yeah.
She was actually. Her name is. She's actually a PM of New Zealand. Her name's. What is her name? She was at the World Economic. Her name is Helen Clark, and she was at the World Economic Forum annual meeting. Bunch of globalist stuff. Talking about transformative change, trying to transform. You know how these people like to use chaos to transform stuff? Don't let any crisis go to waste. Exactly. So we were playing.
Check this out. So what I was thinking is, so that's already a tall tale sign of what's going to be happening to New Zealand here in a few. That you put these females in charge or whatnot, especially over in these prominent positions like that. And especially what's going on with America, New Zealand is about to go through some major problems.
Yeah.
And what I figure out with these females like her is we're going to see what Harvard does for her. You see what I'm saying? Harvard's not going to be able to come save her. What's going to end up happening is if New Zealand ends up into a war or something serious, what she going to end up doing is try to get asylum over here in America. And then she going to be leaving New Zealand to fend for themselves, just like Ukraine, the Ukraine president.
I know. How long until we see Zelensky in his apartment in Brooklyn? or somewhere like Manhattan or something? And you're right about what you're saying, because these people, we're watching these women leading the country, New Zealand, right? And we're like, oh wow, look at these women, look at them. But what you just said is real. Problems will, what's the word? Austerity and hard times are coming for New Zealand. Because of these people that they have in leadership. They're already having issues. I mean, look at how badly they were locked down and all that because of that woman, what is it, president or prime minister of the country? And then think about this. Wasn't the Christchurch shooting in New Zealand?
Exactly.
The Christchurch shooting, they killed like a lot. 51 people killed, 40 injured, okay? So they got their own issues, all right? They got issues. Yeah. They got their same anger. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm about to say, not even that. I mean, and all that just happened over there in with the little shooting over there in New Zealand. And it's like, well, y'all need to figure out why y'all's people are feeling like that over there in New Zealand. And they're not wrong for wanting to keep their country how they want their country to be if that's their homeland. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like a lot even with America, it's just like there's no nationalism. There's no pride in your actually having your own country when we already know that that's what America's all about. You're supposed to be all about your country. You see what I'm saying?
Totally. And we lost that kind of I don't know, exceptionalism. I love it when someone is just openly and unashamedly just like, yeah, I'm American. I love America, greatest country in the world, la la la. And they say, you know what I mean? Just unashamedly American, because that's kind of not allowed anymore. I've seen stuff where I think I've even seen stuff like, oh, if they're flying an American flag, they're probably, a radical domestic terrorist or whatever. It's just, I'm just flying the American flag.
Yep. So sir, do you want to take a hypothetical guess with that little shooting down there in Texas? They said the door just happened to be propped open.
Yeah. It just happened to be propped open at apparently the perfect timing. Apparently, at least according to this timeline we went through, released by Texas police, apparently. They're saying, at least in the timeline, that this woman propped this door open. And then soon after, this Salvador Ramos crashed his vehicle and everything that we know happened. 11:27. Here, I'll throw it up on screen again. 11:27. Exterior door where the shooter entered is propped open by a teacher. 11:27. A minute later, 11:28. The suspect crashes his vehicle. Right. Weird, kind of weird. I don't know what that means though. To be fair, this police timeline released. I don't know what that line means. Exterior door propped open, but like, why was it propped open? Right? They don't say so.
Well, okay. Well, we got it as propped open. I'm just like, well, hold up. Oh, a female propped the door open.
Yeah, female teacher. Apparently.
It's just like everything is just so nonchalant. I mean, the schools don't have to be like jails.
Yeah.
You don't have to throw fencing and barbed wires up and have metal detectors. You just need to have some type of little security in the elementary school.
In there.
Yeah, because elementary kids, if something happens, they're not really going to tend to know what to do. You know what I mean?
Arm the children.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
You know what I mean? And you should have too many little security guards because you don't want a Terminator security guard up here or somebody that thinks that they
a hero.
Eddie Murphy off Beverly Hills Cop.
Right on. I've actually seen that.
Yeah, and but as you get in high school, kids can kind of fend for themselves. But I'm not saying don't have security for the high schools. But where you would need 2 officers at an elementary school, you only might need 1 officer at a high school.
Yeah.
And it's just like
because you make a good interesting point because I believe the what do they call the outreach or community officer that's assigned to that school was not there. And I believe crazy. Why
are we leaving doors open and unlocked? I mean, this is like you working at a pizza, the Domino's Pizza, and it's 12 o'clock in the hood, and you leaving the door open for somebody to run in and rob the Domino's Pizza. I mean, you know that they rob business, so why? You know that they kidnap kids, and you know that there's pedophiles. You know that there's people that come hurt kids. So
and just
why are we leaving?
and just criminals, just crazy people out there. It's kind of a crazy world right now. You got to watch your back. So I don't leave anything unlocked. I didn't grow up like that. I know people who grew up like that. They leave their front door unlocked. I always locked my door. Just how I grew up, and it doesn't make sense to me not to leave it unlocked. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I know places in the country where they're still like that, but it's 2022, and if you anywhere towards the city or where it's anywhere where it's active, I mean, you kind of gotta. That's what the door's for. It got a lock on it. You need to use it.
Yeah, man, and I was reading about how before this was a trend, it was like it was a bombing. It was the first kind of like killing at a school. The accounts that I was reading about this, people would never have even thought that it would ever happen. Something like that. They never believed it. They didn't believe stuff like that could happen. And the way they speak and write in some of this stuff, these people back then they just didn't imagine that someone would, for example, come into your home like that.
Yeah.
So they'd leave it unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This crazy with this little shooting. Just like somebody said, it might have been on Hake or Jesse show earlier.
Yeah.
That they create in these environments. Well, now this is more than likely a liberal area, just like in Buffalo, New York is a liberal area, and just like you said, they're radicalizing these kids at early ages.
Yes.
To where they want to end up going out here being these type of shooters in these schools in these neighborhoods.
It's a good point, man.
They're feminizing them.
That too, man. There's this feminine spirits raising up these people to be feminine people. I was saying earlier, this drumming up of emotion. What it does is it creates more mass shooters. All this emotion, even all the people saying, "Oh, we feel bad for the victims," and they don't want this. All that emotion. Is what it is doing is propagating more school shootings. It's starting the domino effect of anger and the cycle, and it just continues.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I heard you say that, and it's like I disagree with you just so much when you said that. And not only that, it was something else I think the last caller was saying too is y'all said that y'all don't want no police or y'all want to get rid of the police. Y'all pushing all this Me Too stuff. Y'all pushing all this agenda stuff or whatnot. Y'all done ran off all the stand-up, the men that had the heart the men that would have actually ran into the classroom and really got into a shootout and risked his life with the person who was killing them kids. Y'all ran all them good heart people with heart out. Now y'all got all these social justice warrior polices and these soft beta police. They just like you said, they buy the book.
Yeah.
They don't. Oh, I'm not. I'm not getting shot.
Someone else will do it. Pass the buck. It's not my problem.
Yeah. Oh, they you know why they playing by the book? Oh, because they don't want to get shot.
Yeah.
That's why they're thinking about their own. They're thinking about their own ass. Can I cuss or I can't?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, kids.
They're worried about they're worried about their own beta asses.
Not unhinged, but art unabashed or not held back by the constraints of the Hake report.
Yeah.
He's saying ass.
Yeah,
but you're right about that, man. No, I understand. Thank you. And
well, go ahead. I ain't gonna hold you up too much. I don't want to take too much unless you had something you want to say.
I forgot. So no worries. If I remember, I'll say it. But man, thanks for your call. Real interesting stuff.
Hey man, thank you. I low-key was kind of been waiting to get on the phone with you when
hey,
I was
right
waiting
on.
to try to catch your show.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always a pleasure.
I'll catch you later, man. Keep everything going smooth. I'll catch you later, big dog.
Right on. Take care, Art. And we still rolling with Trump, right? Art, I said it for you. And I agree. Okay, we got more calls. We got more things to do here. Hold on here. Let's see. What can we do? Hold on. Let me get situated. Hey, take care, John Zimmer. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, caller, I got you there in a second. I'll be right with you. Just hold on. Shall we keep the show going? Someone's saying more guitar. Well, I mean, let's keep the show going. What do you guys say? So, caller, just hold on. I'll be right with you. Where was this thing here? Oh, yeah. So, some of you might know that I've been wearing wife beaters lately. So, my personality's completely changed. I'm scrapping now. I'm watching fight videos. I'm following fight channels. I'm out here fighting, all right? Like I said, I'm wearing these wife beaters. They're changing me. I'm a menace. I'm out here trying to UFC people all day. Anyway, so I'm following these fight videos and all that, and I think I found this looks like to be a classic video, not a little bit older, but this might very well be one of the best fight videos I've ever seen. One of the best. So let me pull that up. What's up, Mario Uvalde? Hey, got fentanyl. Thanks for tuning into the show, man. Appreciate it. Or woman. No, not Kimbo, JS. Some super chats I'll read in a moment here. So you guys gotta watch this with me, okay? One of the possibly greatest fight videos ever. We'll go through this. It's kind of funny, but listen, a little bit of swearing. Heads up, any children watching? Okay, watch this. Not sure why, where, how, when, but it's happening. Okay, we got these men. These dudes, and they're getting down, all right? But let's watch this together, okay? This is silly, but it's incredible for a couple reasons.
Anybody in my fucking past, I will kill anybody in my fucking past.
Oh, is this the video? Yeah. Don't know why they're mad. Don't know why they're fighting. Emotions are high.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So already there, I think I've located where they are. Pretty sure that must be New York. Just glad it's not another Kodak Black video. Whatever, broski bear. He's like, F is you talking about?
What are you talking about?
F is you talking about? Like he said talking, so I don't know. It could be New York. I might bet money.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's New York. Boom, got the smack. Okay, so this guy's he's like not afraid. He's like ready to fight. Big boy here in the highlighter, ready to fight. Gets the smack. Okay, let me play this out a little bit. Good smack too. It kind of tumbles him a little bit. We got some bets going down already in the chat. Denti Jen says, "Dude in the hat going to drop him." All right. All right, 2-on-1. We got okay. Right there. I think we can further. I think this further bolsters my point that this is from New York. We got the Tims. We got the Tims loosely laced in. You feel me? These is dead ass Tims, eh? This is dead asses on.
Shit, bro, I ain't telling you I got the fucking cameras in here, bro. Look.
So now they're like lumbering. They're just kind of like lumbering, kind of slow, kind of lumbering fight now.
Hey,
Bro's trying to pull Buddy off the table and get him down because Big Boy's got his eyes set on Buddy here, while number 3 here, the third party is just wailing on his head. You can hear the knocks. Look at that! Look at that! You're about to see this man take so many headshots, unstoppable. But to be fair, he did take this one first shot from this first guy here in the bucket hat. It rocked him a bit. You can see him kind of, ooh, my God. Ooh, you can see him rock. He kind of stumbles a bit here. Stays up though. He's trying to stay it up, okay? Anyways, back to where we were. He's taking mad smacks to the head, okay? And I don't think you'll ever see anyone take as many shots to the head and be fine. Look. He's like, okay, get off my... Boom. Look at this one. What? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Going at him. You know that's that street fighting, too, those punches.
They tried to get dog a pass, bro.
He's up. Look at him. He's all those headshots. Okay, look. This is why you don't want to fight big boys. You have all the technique you want. You gotta be careful with the big boys. He's taking all those shots to the head. Okay, we're talking first smack rocked him, shots to the head, trying to stay in. Gets up. My boy gets up. Highlighter shirt gets up. Back in the fight. That little dude is doing 0 damage. I think you're right, Vicious. It just sounds damaging because of the slapping skin, but...
don't play with me. I swear to God.
Don't play with me.
I'm going to tell you, all right? Don't play with me.
Not me. I ain't the one.
What's the deal?
Look.
Yeah. You see what I'm doing? I'm just over here chilling.
You know what time it is, right?
You know what time it is, huh? Everyone's taking off their shirts. What? Do you understand? This man has turned this whole fight around. I know this is silly, but did he just ram him into the wall? I'm telling you, this is the most incredible fight. Look. Okay, watch. Going for number 2 here. You hear that? Do you guys hear that in the background? So camera guy's like, don't touch my girl.
Don't touch my girl.
I can handle myself. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, we gotta go. Let's take a little aside. Let's take a little aside on this clip here. Don't touch my girl.
Don't touch my girl.
I can handle myself. I don't need a man. Like it was straight away. Like right away starts just like fighting him. Like that's what's going on. Just as a quick aside, the breakdown of men and women, the breakdown of families, the breakdown between the sexes. I can handle myself. Like imagine that. Like okay, whatever. Then go handle yourself. Bye. So stupid. Anyways, about to finish up this video here because there was one part I want to show you. Okay, right here. So the fight's been going. This guy's kind of stumbling here. He's kind of like a little off balance. We got Tim's in the do-rag, feeling a little off balance. The kind of the calm after the storm, if you will. They kind of still shouting but not fighting. They square up. Anyways, Buddy with the do-rag puts up the hand, wants to, I guess, end the fight. Just dap, hey, man, dab it up. That was it. The fight's over. Dab me up. Bah! What a hit. Okay, anyways, this is silly. We're going to move on from this, but there is this one part that I just can't get over. There's one part I just can't get over. And I was just doing some boxing the other day. I'm trying to get into it. I got a buddy of mine, a fighter, really putting me through the ringer. Pretty cool stuff. But look at this right here, okay? Look at this punch right here, okay? Any fighters out there? Any fighters in the chat? Can you explain what happened to me here? Big Boyce over here. The guy with the hat, who now does not have a hat or a shirt, is over here. We got Big Boy's got one hand on the head of the other guy here. Okay, watch this. What was that? Here, let's watch it again. Okay. Okay. Squares up his head. What happened there? He missed? Wait, how did he miss that? I can't get over this. How did he miss that? He held his head. He framed his head. He framed it. And he's like, bah! Oh, but missed. It's quite possible, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite possible that the second man here, the one without the shirt, the one who's previously in a hat, could very well be like innately a fighting genius, because his head was squared up. Buddy, big boy had his head squared up, framed it with his hand, and then the buddy who was about to get punched, he slipped him. He slipped the punch without even looking at it. Almost all instinct. I'm sorry. I think we are witnessing ultra instinct happening before our very eyes. This man just went ultra instinct. This man is a fighting genius, clearly. And he does all in his DNA. It just activated as soon as he was in a fight. You feel me? How did he miss that? The only explanation is clearly that the buddy who slipped the punch either went ultra instinct or is an innate fighting genius. Or neither of them can fight. Maybe that too, JS. Look at that slip. What a slip. What a slip. Anyways, we're just messing around here. Sorry about that, caller. I've had you on hold for a while now. I appreciate the patience. You are now on the air. Go ahead.
Yo, what up, Nick? How you doing?
Hey, who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
Jay from LA.
What's up, Jay from LA? Go ahead.
I just wanted to touch on your subject you brought up earlier about kind of like women leading.
Yes.
And,
okay. Hold on. Can you bring your phone closer or speak up? Are you on speakerphone?
No. Can you hear me now?
I think that's better. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so where my area where I live right now, there's like almost every business right now. I don't know if it's the new thing to do. I think it actually is, where they're just constantly promoting women, to be managers and in charge and all that. And so long story short, I caught up to this. At first, it started with some hamburger joints, and then other restaurants. And I just noticed a pattern. Like, I didn't notice till later. I was like, wait a minute. Like, why is the service bad? It wasn't like this. Like, why am I getting really bad service? And I started noticing it's all women in charge, like from everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter. Cook, front desk, manager.
This is such an interesting point you're making, because I know you're in LA, but I'll let you finish because I have something to say.
No problem.
So I know you're in LA. It's funny because, if I may, unless you had something to say. Like, anyways, I'll just say, it's funny because you're in LA. When I got to LA, that's something I noticed as well. It was particularly, I noticed a lot of these fast food joints where, it's a fast food place. You get the food fast, right? Like, it comes out fast. Like, you don't wait too long. Sometimes you have to wait and you understand it's busy, blah, blah, blah. But something I noticed, for example, here, one example, I'm sure this can be extrapolated to other scenarios, but I noticed that McDonald's in LA were really slow. All of them, they're really slow. They take a long time. The lines get full really fast. They really don't. It doesn't take much for them to get bogged down, and now they're backed up. And you're thinking, okay, this is dumb, but no, this might be an interesting metric on the health of a country. How fast are your McDonald's? This should be a metric. This should be studied by economists. Okay. This metric should be your McDonald's speed quotient should be something publicly reported by nations. But anyways, back to what I was saying. What I noticed, it was all women, it was all women, first of all, but it was all like Mexican women. It's all Mexican mamas hiring their Mexican aunties and Mexican grandmas, slowing down the whole thing. And I just want my McDouble here, okay? I'm trying to get to, what I mean? These jobs, why don't you hire young people? No, they're hiring the abuelitas, they're hiring their aunties, the tias, and it's all slow, and they're all stressed. They're all sweating and stressed, like, oh my God, I got 3 orders.
They're hiring, it's literally the wrong people. Like, there's this guy, he's friends with one of my buddies, and one time he was like, "Oh, cool, my sister is getting a job at I forgot that one place, but anyway, it's kind of like a fast food joint." And then he was like, "Yeah, she's getting the job." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, and guess what? Her friend got her the job, and then the manager is already talking about promoting her within a month.
Oh, yeah?
Take her job." And you see, and it's all women.
Yep.
And then the thing
And they
I'm
hire
going
each
with
other.
it
It's
is that-
it's like a different form of
Yeah.
nepotism.
But the thing
It's
that I'm
it's
going with
Mexican
it, too-
abuelita nepotism, and it's ruining McDonald's in LA.
No, it's not only that, but
No,
his
it's true. It's
sister-
beyond that.
His sister has like she's not like how should I, like she's seeing like a therapist and stuff.
Yeah.
She's not really well. She's depressed and all that. And then I'm thinking, how the heck is she gonna handle the pressure of being a manager? And
Yeah.
I go, that's wrong. Like
Yep.
just because you're a woman, you're gonna get promoted like that. You can't, like, she could barely handle life, and you're gonna give her
Mhm.
that type of responsibility now.
Yep.
Like, she's gonna quit soon. Like, that's what I was thinking. I didn't say anything. 'cause
It's a
I'm
good
thinking
point,
about this
man,
stuff,
because
but,
what you're describing
know?
is, yeah, it's a good point because what you're describing is happening at a national level, man. We were talking earlier, I was talking with a caller earlier. We were talking, I think we were commenting on the New Zealand leadership, Jacinda Ardern and this other woman. And he was saying that seriously, hard times are coming for New Zealand. I mean, same thing here. Hard times are already here and it's getting worse. And what you're describing here in LA is happening at a national level.
It's hard, man. I'm telling you, I go to Pollo Loco, and there's times when they don't have chicken. I'm like, how do you not have chicken? You're Pollo Loco. Like, that's the whole basis of your business.
That you can't just be loco. That's literally crazy.
I'm telling you, it is crazy, and it, like I said, it doesn't stop there. The McDonald's won't have ice, or they won't have certain cups, so they don't have certain meats. And again, it's all because of how it's being ran. I remember this Mexican restaurant by my house. It's delicious, and for a while, it was just, I used to see a guy there, right? And then once the pandemic happened, I don't know what happened, it just became all women, right? And I noticed the service was just kind of funky. Like, I was like, man, that sucks. This restaurant's so good. But I like what they did. They actually, I think he might be the owner. He actually just decided to step it up. And now he's in charge, and he's moving them around. He's like, making sure things flow. I started watching it, and the service just got way better. And same thing with this. Do you know this restaurant called The Hat? It's pretty famous here in LA. Yeah,
is it really?
I
didn't know that.
Recommend
The Hat, LA. Huh?
You gotta go check it out, man. Like, it's delicious. You will
Alhambra.
If that's the closest one to you, it's just, believe me, it's delicious.
Really?
So,
okay.
So I went to The Hat, and
shout out The Hat.
The one up, it's up by Fontana.
Okay.
Like around there.
You said Kentucky?
It's Fontana. It's like 40 minutes from LA.
But you call it Kentucky. I didn't know that. What does that mean? I like that kind of stuff. It just means like it's like right. But why do you call it Kentucky? Like is that?
Kentucky. Because now it's more established. Like there's more businesses and houses.
Yeah.
But like in 2005, man. I had a girlfriend that lived up here. I drove to see her, man. I was passing by farms and all that. Like,
Kentucky, I get it.
Her neighbors had chickens, so they call it Kentucky.
I like colloquial stuff like that. Like in Canada, near Toronto, there's a city called Brampton, but we call it Browntown now because it's pretty much Indian. It's just Indian. Oh yeah, and in Canada, brown means Indian. I know here brown is Mexican, but Canada brown is Indian.
Yeah. And I got just I'll make them quick because I don't want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's two examples that came with this conversation. Aside from this, I remember when the pandemic, when it was on, like right when it was peaking, right? Like right when it was like, okay, you can't work and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember my father called Social Security, right? He was trying to get a hold of them, and you know how the lines were. Mm-hmm. It was just crazy, trying to even get through. So he was trying all day. He finally gets through. And he's talking to this girl, and then this girl's like not really helping him, right?
Yeah.
And then so he's like, listen, and he's talking to her in Spanish, and then he's like, listen, mind you, I'm not gonna say it in Spanish, but like his conversation was like, hey, you know what? Listen, this other girl that I spoke to, this muchacha, she called her a muchacha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this muchacha I spoke to.
Yeah.
And just because he said muchacha, that girl got so mad at him. I forgot what.
I'm not your muchacha. I'm not your muchacha.
Yeah. Yeah, she got mad because he referred to the other girl that was talking to him as a muchacha. She literally hung up on him.
Wow.
Mind you, this is during the pandemic, the peak, when it took like 3-4 hours just to get through. And this is where, I'm like, that is crazy. Just because you have attitude, you got feelings, because you're a woman, you literally jeopardize someone. Like now we have to wait like another 3, 4, 5 hours. I think he actually had to call the next day because he was not going to get through anymore.
That is crazy.
That is nuts.
This is what I'm talking about. This breakdown of service in society. It's like a breakdown of the people, and we got all these losers running everything. It makes you almost, you know what it does? It makes you want to go out and come. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that.
No, you gotta be careful, man. We don't want any off YouTube is, man.
I'm just playing around. I mean, I didn't say it, but.
No, I feel you. No, and you know what's even crazy? I remember my buddy. He works in construction, right? I remember he was excited because he got promoted to I think it was journeyman or foreman.
Oh yeah.
Not too much.
Which one's the
one of those two positions?
Okay, go
He
ahead.
was pretty high. Like he had his own team, and he read the blueprints. He had to get his whole team together. Anyway, so he finally moved up to that position. He was happy. Everything was going well. And I remember one day he was mad. He was like, "Damn, you know," and he was like off the start. We're like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Bro, guess what?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "My boss, he ended up hiring this chick." And I was like, "Okay, what's wrong?" Because I'm thinking maybe she's office material or something.
Okay.
It's like, "Nah, dude, he sent her to my team." And I was like, "But you have your team."
Yeah.
He's like, "Nah, man, he sent her to my team." And then obviously his wife was like, "What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? You know, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong? What do you mean? What do you mean? You have an issue?
And then he was like, "Yeah." And then he
What,
was
you
like,
don't
"I'll
like
tell
women?"
you what's wrong with that. He's like, "I'll tell you what's wrong with that." She was like, "This chick couldn't even." They were what do you call that? They were drywallers, right?
Yes.
And there was some sort of frame she couldn't lift. He was like, "I'll tell you what's wrong." He's like, he's like, "My guys now have to do double the work because she cannot do what one guy was able to do for him. Now other people have to help her do her job." Like,
we can't have that.
Carry some beams by herself. And not only that, but it changed the dynamics because you know how these are like he likes those hardcore, hardworking Mexicans in his team because that's how he grew up. You know,
Yeah.
And the way they work, and because I used to, he took me one time, just to have fun, to check out how we work.
Yes.
And these guys clown the way they talk to like they had to.
They clown, you said?
They clown each other. That's how
that's how you got to do it. Yeah, I was talking about how when I started working at the Chateau Marmont, I got all my coworkers, the cooks back there, are all Mexican, but you got to clown them. If they clown you,
that's how they are.
You got to hit them back. You got to hit them back.
Yeah, and they respect you.
And they'll respect. And then they're like, even though they were like, "Oh, Nick, oh yeah, you're like a racist Trump supporter, but man, you make the time go by. Come have a beer with us after work." But because I hit him back, because I would hit him back.
Yeah, dude. That's how they're under respect. Like they jab, they see that you're not like a little beta.
Yeah,
exactly. Cool with it. And that's how they talk to each other. Like there was this big guy, and they used to like clown him, right? Because he'll do the work. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He called ass, but he'll be tired and
he'll
slack off a little. So when he slacked off, they'll be like, "Hey, you fat, hey, blah, blah, blah." But in Spanish, right. That's how they spoke. It wasn't harassment. It was nothing. That's just how they all got along. All that went out the window once you started working.
Oh, that's true. They totally changed the word. Man, women in the workplace.
It got quiet.
No women in the workplace.
I remember he hated going. He was like, "Bro, like the vibe is dead because no one
sucks.
Women they become, what's that word? I always forget that word, but they're like a hassle at work. Like you have to be careful. They're
a nuisance.
What's that word? I always forget. It's like when they're like a danger at work. There's a
hazard.
Yeah, I guess you could say hazard. I forgot the proper word, but
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like, but that's just how they are. Like you gotta like tippy toe. What do they call that? You gotta walk on eggshells. You can't certain things you can't talk about. Certain things you can't do, or because it's just how it is. Because nowadays everything is harassment, or if they don't like you. It's harassment. They like you. It's cool. It's funny. Oh, you're funny. Oh yeah. But the moment they don't like you anymore, oh, you were a perv. Or you were rude. You were like everything.
Well, that's just
start calling you out.
Yeah. Well, that's just woman. That's just a woman. Like a woman's way of
liability.
It's her way of like getting at you. Like, okay, you know what? I don't like you. Let me try and get at you. It's just woman stuff.
Yeah, they are a liability. That's
They
the
go
word I'm looking for.
liability, right? That's the word.
Yes.
Liability.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
Hey,
it's true though, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how it is. The proof is in the pudding, man. You know, like
Yep.
I'll wrap it up quick. There's this one
Yeah, go
girl I
ahead.
was talking to one time, and I kid you not, man. There was like 2 different jobs that she apparently filed lawsuits because
Yeah.
she got harassed, and then I started noticing though her pattern, the way she was talking to the rest of like the guys.
Yeah.
She started getting like she'll add like little section in the window. She'll joke around like that, and I started thinking about it. I go, you're like this with us right now. I can't imagine how you were at work, and then suddenly you turned it around, and you're getting harassed when
Yeah.
you're putting out these vibes. You're putting out like you talk about
Interesting.
sexual stuff and all that. Who do you think you're gonna attract? You're gonna, especially a guy
Yeah.
that's not, you know, that's of the world, not just in it. He's gonna be like, ooh, I think I can hit this. And then they're gonna you're bringing out a certain vibe of yourself. What do you think a guy's gonna do that wants to hit it?
Yeah.
You're putting out those vibes. He's gonna step up, and once he steps up, then now you're a victim. It's like, no, you put those vibes out there. So that's one thing I noticed. I was like, man, I don't, how is it that the whole world's harassing me? What the heck are you doing?
Yep.
And I started paying attention to her words, her patterns. I'm like, you put yourself in those situations. You know what I mean?
Interesting, man. Yeah, interesting points. Crazy. We kind of we're kind of sleeping in the bed we made. Let all these women kind of run stuff, come into our spaces and all that, and they're not happy doing that. They're not happy. They're getting life and ego life from encroaching on the men and making them squirm and making them all mad. But we're kind of sleeping in the bed we made, and I don't know. We gotta get these women out of the workforce. You know what I mean? At least out of our ways, you know, at least out of the manly spaces where the men are working and trying to be men. You know, feel me?
I don't understand why they try so hard. You know what's reminding me right now, the pattern that women are taking right now?
Mhm.
It reminds me, like, you know, when you were a little kid and you wanted to do adult stuff, but you just forcefully wanted to be like,
Yeah.
kind of like that. It's like they
That's kind of interesting.
force themselves in the men's world, and it's like,
Yeah.
why can't you just be?
But you can't
woman?
hang.
Just be, you know?
But you
no,
can't
then
hang.
you gotta bend the rules. I mean,
Right.
look at the was it? I don't know if this is true or not, but isn't it like the marathon? Don't they get like a head start? I might be wrong, but I heard something like that.
I wouldn't put it
Women get a
past
head
it though. I mean,
start.
I've seen stuff like that, so I'm not surprised. I think in fact, you're reminding me of this one video, and it was, what was it? It was like men and women both racing. They were both part of it was something. It was both men and women racing, and the men, like, I think lapped the women and like just destroyed them. And this is despite the women having a head start, which is supposed to kind of equalize things.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I know it was something like that. And you know, it's funny you said about schools, about security. I remember in my high school, I went to San Fernando High School.
Yeah.
It was pretty ghetto. I mean, when I got there, it wasn't that ghetto, but it was pretty ghetto. We actually had a police station in the school. It was a police station. It's like a small, it was like maybe 3 officers. There was like a room behind the detention. It was funny, but they were chilling there. They were always in handy when needed. And then the school, they hired security staff, right? They were literally with a bike. They'll just you know, do their laps around school, making sure it was like about 6 guys. And I saw one girl. She was pretty hot. I remember in our mind, this is like when I was like 16, 17, 18. Then we're like, damn, like this chick is hot for security. We're like, whoa. I kid you not, man. When things went down, because other schools, like other rivals, like Silmar and all that, like the little cholos and shit, they would like come over during lunch and nutrition and try to fight the other cholos from our school.
Hey, what's up?
And one time,
what's up, fool?
What's up, man? Yeah,
what's up, fool?
Holmes? You know, we see your dickies, bro. But like, yeah, they were like,
nah, fool, those
they
ain't.
Nah,
fool, those ain't dickies.
Even Nike Cortez, Holmes. Nah, but like, yeah, like they literally will fight, right? And I kid you not, once like they came to break it up, and then the guy that wasn't from our school was taking off. I only saw the guys go after him. The girl was with her freaking radio trying to radio the police, but everybody, all the other guys were doing everything. I never ever saw her do a damn thing except get pregnant on my senior year.
Wow, doing everything, doing the most. These dudes out here doing the most for these girls. Dang.
Yeah, and she got pregnant by one in security. That's why it was funny. It was like, damn, like that's literally the only thing you did throughout the whole year. It was like I never saw her do a dang thing. It was always the guys getting dirty.
Dang.
She never did one thing, dude. I kid you not. So
you're describing basically history. I mean, you always hear the ladies say, "Ooh, no women started wars. We should have women presidents because they don't start wars." Yeah, now I think it's more likely there are a lot of kings out there, but a lot of ladies in the background pulling the strings, pushing, pulling.
Yeah, you know who said that?
Yes, he is the head, but I am the neck, is what many women think.
I think it was Mike Tyson one time had an interview on Joe Rogan, and they asked him, I don't remember too much of the question, but it was like, what was the downfall of these warriors, like historical warriors that he said that he used to read on so he could take their mentality in the ring. Yes. And he said, what was the downfall? And so I remember Tyson saying it was their mother, their wife.
Wow.
Like they were the ones that got stuff in their head. They're the ones that messed them up because they were the ones pushing, kind of like what you just said right now.
Yeah.
They were the brains behind. See, they were the
manipulating, pushing things, putting whispering in the ears of her king husband and others, and who knows.
Oh yeah, but I remember him saying.
Hey, take care, got fentanyl. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about that, Jay. Yeah, man, crazy stuff. Listen, man, I'm gonna move the wheels. I'm way over time here.
You got it, man.
Appreciate your call always.
Have a good one, Nick.
Hey, right on, man. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.
You got it, bro.
Moving those wheels. Wow. 6:20 p.m. Los Angeles time. Cool stuff. What shall we do now? I think that's all the show I have. Is that all the show I got? I think that's all the show I got, y'all. Hey, Rigo, maybe I'll talk about that next show. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it really did go by fast. Mari Ubaldo with the super chat. I almost missed it. She says, happy belated birthday, guapo. Thank you, Mari. Another super chat here from Based America First. He says, have you seen this? Amazing to me how people can claim they aren't committing a crime while recorded committing the crime. Hey man, we'll watch that next time. Hey, only joined to troll. Thanks for your super chat. He says, or she says, evil begets evil. One pieces of evil-ish realized from the first school pew pew. How easy it is. They continued the trend. So true. I think that's all the super chats. It's been an awesome Friday. I'm grateful. I really am. I'm having fun these Friday streams. I hope all of you are also enjoying it as well. Bye, Ivana. Take care, Doom Jesus. Have a good weekend, Marty. You're right, Teresa. It's Memorial Day on Monday. Don't miss Hake. He's on Modern Day Debate right now. Twitch.tv/DylanBurnsTV. I think they're going to keep going. Catch Hake. He's live right now. So true, Mr. Casco. Women are nasty and jealous, but we need them to raise our babies, not abort them. So love all women. Love women. You're right, Mr. Casco. God bless. Thanks, Noah. Appreciate the love, Lord H. Sizzle. Well, that's it for me, y'all. That's the end of the Nick stream. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And then make sure to tune in on Sunday's church. We're going to have our Memorial Day weekend JLP show on Monday. And again, I'm thankful for the stream. Thankful for all of you. What can I say? Until the next one, take care.